This is my final video before the release of part 2 for the Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet DLC, the Indigo disc. It won't be a theory or speculation, whatever you wanna call it, but more like a talk about how the way this game was built made it so interesting. So hey, I'm not so a strainer and I am very excited for the Indigo disc. Let's get into it. A long time ago I made a video bashing the DLC release because you could not get the full picture without it. While Sword and Shield added 2 new stories, Scarlet and Violet did the same but locked the true ending of the main plot behind the DLC. That did not sit right with me, and it still doesn't fully, but I can't deny that having that little bit of Area Zero at the end of the Indigo disc makes this thing that much more appealing. Without that, we wouldn't really have any questions waiting to be answered, and as someone who really loves to speculate and theorize about things, having questions unanswered is very interesting. But it's not just the fact that there's Area Zero at the end of the Indigo disc, it's also the way things were done. For example, anyone that has played Pokemon for a while knows that there will basically always be a third main legendary, and there wasn't one in Scarlet and Violet. Now, if you're not on the boring League community, you would question this. This would pique your interest. And the answer is in the game, but in the Scarlet and Violet books. A book you don't have to ever read, you don't have to go to classes, you don't have to finish Arven's storyline, and you don't have to explore the library. But it is there, as another question mark. A disc Pokemon shaped question mark. The moment you see that, you start questioning everything. Oh, that's in Area Zero? Is it connected to the Paradox Pokemon? Are they real? Are they not? Is the professor even dead? After all, we saw no grave. A time machine? Really? Is he really? You know, you start questioning everything. And that's because there are no facts in the game. Everything is a mystery. Area Zero is a huge mystery, no matter how many times you go up and down that thing. But then, there's also the trailers. Every trailer revealed just enough to make you question even more. Kitakami was completely turned upside down. Everything we thought we would see, given the very obvious inspiration in Momotaro, was not exactly the traditional way. And then, knowing the tail, there's a peach missing, and the weird thing they left on the tail of Ogerpon. That thing is not moving the same way that Okidogi is. After that, you have a place called Peaches that has a doll that seems to fit that thing, and they tell you that Peaches is there to sell you stuff, so you know that exists. And that purplish doll, that kinda goes well with the purplish haze when Kieran punches the Loyal Three's grave, as well as their chains. And at that point, we already knew that terapagos was a thing, but what answer did that give us? None. Everything was still a mystery. And more mysteries started to arise since now we had Terra-obsessed, Hith-descendant Briar, and even more extra stuff attached to all of that. For example, Team Star's storyline was over. That was one thing we thought was a fact, but the way they are showing us the non-rival version of Giacomo and Mela makes it feel like there's something there. They wouldn't do that out of their own will, right? What will Penny think? Is Penny changing like that too? Where even is Penny? Nemona was done as well, we beat Nemona, but then all these gym leaders, Elite Four and champion in the Blueberry Academy, where is our rival, one of the strongest trainers in Paldea? And what about Arven? Surely he will have something to do with us going back into Area Zero, right? After all, his parents were lost there. Shouldn't you want to find them, put the whole situation to rest? Questions and more questions that they created, even in the long absence of a trailer that kept us interested in what's going on in Paldea, what is going on in Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. We knew it would all end up down there in the Great Crater of Paldea. After all paths lead to the Great Crater of Paldea. We all knew that we would go further down since we kinda did it with the AI professor, but through where? Like Professor Deku pointed out in a tweet, they left closed doors that could possibly be open in the future everywhere in that place, from the Zero Gate right down to the lower level of Area Zero, the lower known level. If you think about it, even that grayed out part of the map, which might end up being absolutely nothing, was enough for all kinds of theories. This game did a perfect job into making us care about the characters, the mysteries, and even the future of the franchise with hints at both Unova and Johto. And however I will feel about it after it is all said and done, I can't deny that right now, December 14th can't come any sooner. And that is all I have for you today. Speculation is now over and the Indigo disc is right around the corner. But What about you? How did you feel about this very mysterious approach to Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch, stream there Wednesday to Friday, all the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.